Good evening, everybody. Wanted to welcome you to the Zoom tonight on we're going to be talking about how to evaluate an online business. And I appreciate you being here. My name is Mo Huddleston, and I am in Houston, Texas. And we kind of find ourselves in some pretty interesting times right now. Over the past couple of years, we've all gone through many changes in our lives, our work lives, our home lives, and even in our own health journey, because COVID-19 has really changed the way we look at our health, our careers, our family life, and our personal time. And the traditional business model of, getting up and commuting to a job and then coming home from work has really drastically changed during the past couple of years. And people are now more likely to be working from home and have more flexibility. And they're also seeing, with our current economic situation of inflation around the world, that many people are struggling with ways to make ends meet and are facing increased costs in the food and gas and housing and other essentials. So people are now understanding that many jobs that they thought were secure are not as secure as they may have once thought. And having multiple streams of income is a much better way to have financial security. So people are now beginning to look beyond plan A and into a plan B for their lives and looking for other way to bring in additional income into their home. And also people who are on retirement plans are looking for ways to supplement their retirement plans. So I'm here today to help you understand how to evaluate an online business. So when one comes your way, you have some idea of what to look for. So for the next few minutes, I'm going to use a company called LifeWave to show you exactly how to evaluate a business opportunity. I'm going to tell you a little bit about LifeWave. It's a 19-year-old company, privately held, with an extraordinary patented technology that activates your own stem cells by using your own body's infrared light. So if you're not familiar with stem cells, they are what keeps us young and healthy. When we're born, we're like 100% stem cells, but that slowly changes over time. And by the time we're 50, we only have about 50% left. And by the time we're 65, we only have 10% of our stem cells left. So the purpose of this presentation is to share two distinct opportunities with you. The first one is the opportunity for you to take care and take control of your own health and the health of your family and loved ones by activating your own stem cells. And the second, LifeWave itself is providing an extraordinary opportunity for people who are dissatisfied with their current financial situation. People would like to build a business of their own, regardless of their current situation or background. So by the time at the end of this presentation, I believe you'll agree with me that LifeWave can provide anyone with a chance to achieve their financial goals, whatever they are. But before we get into all that, maybe I'd like to tell you a little bit about myself and my story. So I've been a nurse for over 50 years. And during that time, I spent a lot of time, many hours working in hospitals and surgery centers. I've always loved to help people with their health my entire life. And I've always worked in teaching hospitals and loved being around cutting edge technology and treatment for my patients. But I became disillusioned with Western medicine model of all the pharmaceutical drugs that they prescribed for everyone, and then watching for the side effects caused by those medications and drugs, and then they cause additional problems for my patients. So after years of working on someone else's time schedule, doing all this shift work, working many weekends and holidays year after year, I decided I wanted to do something different. So I stepped away from mainstream Western medicine and started working with health and wellness companies that were more into an alternative way to use natural products without drugs and chemicals to get healthy. And last year, I found a company that has what I believe is the holy grail of healing. So this company, as I mentioned, actually uses your own body's light to heal yourself with the stem cells that God gave us when we were born. So I find that very interesting, and I'm really excited to share this information with you now and explain the best way to evaluate any business opportunity that you see or that someone presents to you. So there's two things you need to do if you want to be successful in business, not only now, but in the future. The first is to identify opportunities in the marketplace. And the second is really to position yourself in front of those opportunities. So there are 5 basic elements that I would encourage anyone to look at when evaluating a business opportunity. You don't have to have all 5 of these. In fact, if you have 3 out of 5, you can build a pretty successful business. In fact, a lot of good businesses don't have all 5. But if you do have all 5, it's something you should seriously consider taking advantage of, or at least looking into further. So the number one thing you should look at is the company's products. And then if the products are viable, the second thing you should look at is the company itself. And see if you're, in your idea or estimation, if the company has what it takes to grow to a state of importance and dominance in that market in which it functions. Then third, you need to take a look at the compensation plan. Fourth, you should take a look at the kind of support that is available to you. And fifth, take a good look at the timing. So if all of these 5 elements are in place, then in my opinion, you have a real good chance to have a viable alternative career. So let's walk through these 5 basic elements together. And if you agree with me that these 5 things all check out, then maybe we can take the next step and see if this might be a fit for you. And it might be a fit or not. But the first thing to do is look at what is the product that's being offered. And when you're looking at the product, there are 4 key questions, in my opinion, that you need to get answered. So number 1, is there a recognized need for the product? Number 2, does the product fill that need? Number 3, is this product priced to sell? And 4, is the product priced for profit? So we're going to kind of dive into the first one. Is there a recognized needs for the product? And does it solve a legitimate problem for consumers? Well, yes, the X39, which is the product that we were mentioning, does that. The world is facing a really significant increase in medical issues. People are getting sicker. They're taking more and more prescriptions. And did you know that the US is only 5% of the world's population, and yet we take 50% of the prescriptions prescribed in the entire world? I think that's kind of shocking myself. And there's something fundamentally wrong with this health model. And as a nurse, I believe that people need to be more proactive in their own health care and prevention, the way the current medical situation is going. Here in the US particularly. So the X39 is a stem cell activation patch. It is a non-transdermal patch. This is the product we're talking about, that you wear for 12 hours on and 12 hours off. It does not interfere with any medication anyone is taking, and it starts to work changing your gene expression within the first 24 hours and stimulates your body to produce more stem cells through the copper peptide that it elevates in your body. Now, this technology has multiple clinical trials and studies. They are available on the website that I will give you later on in this presentation. And actually, when you take off this wearable patch, you can put it on your pet. So your pet can get benefits from this too. My dogs have gotten benefits from this. And this patch itself has really helped me over the past 9 months that I've been using it. Initially, in the first 5 days, it changed a melanoma scar that I had on my chest, and it had a lump underneath my skin, and that had been there for over a year. And the doctors kept telling me to massage it and it would go away. Well, I have been massaging it for a year and it didn't change at all. But in the first 5 days, that lump went away. I also felt a general sense of wellness and felt motivated again. It has helped me relieve depression that I've had for over 30 years. back pain that I had from an injury back in the early 80s, an intermittent back pain that has now gone away. And my skin is a lot smoother and I don't have as many lumps and bumps on my skin. I had a lot of sun damage from when I lived on an island in the Caribbean without sunscreen for many years. And so my skin has really changed since I've been on these patches. So every day people call me telling me what this patch is doing for them. I've seen diabetics being able to reduce the amount of insulin they are taking, surgical recovery happening twice as fast as normal. People who have neuropathy for many years no longer have symptoms of neuropathy. And I've seen bones and chronic wounds, like diabetic wounds, heal twice as fast. And people that are on various medications are able to wean themselves off of their medications with their doctor's approval as their body begins to repair and regenerate with the stem cells. So the product, I think, fits, right in here. It's an amazing product. So the second question to ask, does this product meet the need? So having a phototherapy technology that allows the body to heal itself as it was designed to do without side effects of drugs or chemicals this is why I call this the holy grail of healing. The patches aren't healing you, but they're helping your body produce more stem cells, and that is what repairs and regenerates your body. The third question, which is a big one, is the product priced to sell. So based on its quality and the solution it provides, can it compete in the marketplace? So actually the marketplace for stem cells, there's traditionally only one way, and that is stem cell injections that are given to people. That has been actually banned here in the United States. So people have to go out of the United States to get these injections. And they're very expensive. They can be up to $20,000. And 30% of the cases of the injections don't work at all. So you never know if you're going to be part of that 30% that doesn't get a result. And this is also somebody else's DNA typically that going into your body, which concerns me on a whatever level. I just don't think that's such a good idea. But this technology, as far as price to sell, this patented technology, it costs less than a cup of coffee a day. So it's extremely affordable for anybody to use this product. The fourth question you want to get answered is the product priced for profit. So I'm going to talk a little bit about how this product is sold. The stem cell activation patch is a product that if you saw it on a shelf at the drugstore, you would have no clue what it did or how it worked. So this technology is actually best shared by word of mouth from someone who's experienced its benefits, and they tell other people what it has done for them and their families. So the X39 is sold by direct sales from a person who has been using it themselves to other people who want to experience health benefits they've heard about. So instead of LifeWave paying millions of dollars for advertising and putting it on a shelf somewhere, they pay over 60% of their profits back to the people who share their health journey with others. So you probably already recommend movies that you've seen or a great restaurant that you had dinner at. So telling your friends about something that's completely relieved your migraines that you've had for 30 years and you no longer have, or the fact that maybe your doctor's now told you he can no longer classify you as a diabetic with high blood pressure, since you no longer need insulin and your blood pressure is now normal, in the normal range. So he's actually stopped all your medications. So this is how word gets around, and people are sharing this information with each other. So now I encourage you to do your homework. If you want to try the product to see if it's for real and it meets the needs, or if it excites you in some way, we can get you set up with that at the end of the presentation. So let's move on now to the company itself. I've already mentioned that it was a 19-year-old company. It has a global technology. It's already open in 81 countries around the world. This company was started back in 2004 when David Schmidt, the founder, he's the founder, owner, and CEO of LifeWave. he was working with the Navy SEALs, and he developed a submarine engine for them. And they knew David was an inventor. And so they asked him if he could invent something to keep the Navy SEALs awake and functioning coherently for, a period of time, 48, 72 hours without drugs. So David developed a patented wearable technology that actually burns like 600 calories of fat every day and turns that fat into energy. And the Navy SEALs actually continue to use this technology up to today. They still use it. David Schmidt has over 130 patents. 80 of them are in regenerative medicine. And many of the technologies he has invented elevate certain peptides in the body. Peptides that have enormous health benefits. And you've probably been hearing more and more about different peptides. But David's been studying these for 20 years. These peptides, our body typically produces them naturally, but as we age, they produce less over time. And so his focus for many years has been developing age reversal technologies. And he spent over 10 years and over $5 million developing the technology we are currently using that activates your own stem cells. So the third thing to look at is the compensation plan. So I believe there are several issues that need to be in a compensation plan for a company to truly go on to long-term dominance in the market in which it functions. And the first of that is the ability to generate income quickly. So LifeWave does in fact have a way to make money quickly. It is actually impossible. It is possible for people to recoup their initial investment in the first month and to start making a profit. Now, not everyone will be able to do this, but it is possible to make money quickly in this company. The second issue that must be present is the ability for someone to build a reasonable part-time income with reasonable part-time effort. So in LifeWave, the qualification for income is very low. To get into the company is very low. The price point from $299, $300 to about $1,500, certainly within the reach of the average person. So you can't really believe how many people right now inside of LifeWave are making a monthly income on a part-time basis. Now, of course, this is based on a person's individual effort, and there are no guarantees like for any entrepreneurial venture, but there are a whole lot of people earning an income on the side here in this company. The third thing with a compensation plan is there must be significant financial opportunity for people who choose to make a serious career decision and go all in with LifeWave. These people must have an opportunity to make a substantial income with the organization that they build. Now, I'm not going to try to explain the entire compensation plan and how it works. I just know from my experience that those who make big career decisions and who work hard have an almost unlimited opportunity to change their financial situation. And this company there aren't any glass ceilings. People can make what they want. It just depends on the amount of work that you want to put in. The fourth area to take a look at is the support that's available. LifeWave has one of the most sophisticated support system available to help you with your business. We have a complete line of tools, including an app that tracks your marketing efforts and actually keeps track of your follow-up. One of our goals is for you to simply expose people to the big picture and then let the tools do the talking for you. So we have a website that we send people to. Please write this down. It is called www.startx39now.com. That's www.startx39now.com. And we also provide complete training support. Even if you've never done anything like this before in your life, we can show you how, step by step, how to do it. We have an online business portal system that was developed by and is being used by this team that I'm a part of. This is the fastest growing team in the company. And speaking of teams, you may have been a part of a team in a corporate setting. So that's a different kind of business model altogether. In corporate settings, the people there are all vying for positions or trying to get ahead of other people, trying to get promotions. There's a whole lot of competition where somebody else can get the job you're trying to get or your promotion. But in this business model, the only way you get ahead is if you help your people that you have introduced this product to succeed. So it fosters an entire different kind of community, a real sense of working together, because the only way you are going to succeed is if the people on your team succeeds too. So your mindset here is like totally different than working in a corporate situation where people are kind of climbing over each other to get to the top. Here we have all our hands, hold our hands out for everyone, and we pull them up with us. And finally, the fifth thing to look at is timing in a business. I think you would all agree that in real estate, it's all about location, location, location. But in business, it's all about timing, timing, timing. So let me tell you why, in my opinion, this is the absolute perfect time to get involved with a company like this. In the very end of 2019, this company introduced the X39, and they did $20 million of business that year. Then COVID hit. Our team kind of pivoted and went online, and they did daily Zooms for the next 3 years. And last year, this company did 240 million. So they 10x'd that in 2.5 years. And this year, we are on track to do almost $500 million this year. So this company is in momentum and growing month after month after month. Health is extremely important to people nowadays, having gone through the COVID situation that we just did. People understand how important, having a good immune system is and taking care of your body. And having a product that is unique and a patented product. So it is the holy grail of healing. I don't think it gets really any better than this. So when I personally took a look at the 5 basic elements, I was really blown away. It's really rare to find something that has all 5. I mean, show me another business opportunity that has all 5, and it's this inexpensive for the average person to get started. Show me something else that ticks off all these boxes, and I'll show you something you need to evaluate. So LifeWave has a patented product that no one else in the world has that can help the body recover and repair itself from medical issues and diseases. It's a well-established, vertically integrated company. It has 5 global offices, 1 in the US, 1 in Ireland, Philippines, Malaysia, and Taiwan. And the manufacturing facilities are in the US and in Ireland. I don't believe you could find a compensation plan that can beat this one. And it's based on really one activity. Making managers, which is our core rank. And to make a manager, you just have 4 people who have enrolled underneath you that are silvers, which is a $300 investment. And then you become a manager. And the whole system, the compensation plan, is based on making more managers. So it's not a lot of different hoops to jump through. You just keep repeating the same behavior all the way up to the top of the company. So this support system is really unmatched, and the timing really couldn't be better for long-term success. So I've been fortunate enough to be in the right place at the right time a couple times in my life, and this is one of those times. So I believe 5 years from now, you're either going to say, yeah, I was there, but I was busy, or I had other stuff going on, or I just decided to keep going through the motions. Or you said, I was there, and I said, yes, I took a little leap of faith, and it changed everything for me. So if you've ever wanted more out of life, and you ever felt you were worth more than you're currently getting at your job, if you can believe in yourself enough to try, I encourage you to get your questions answered, try the products, figure out the compensation structure, and take the next step. So I hope you'll choose to join us, and I look forward to working with you. It's going to be a great ride. So let me give you that website again. So please go look at this website. Write this down, www.startx39now.com. and then get back to the person who invited you to this Zoom, and they can help answer your questions and get you started. Thank you very much for your time. I really appreciate it.